Many salutations to viewers and coins of the vault alike. I am Tatsumari, and welcome to the 100 subscribers special. I know this is a tad late due to some hiccups, but regardless, it's here! With that in mind, it was suggested by Randompanda to do a behind-the-scenes reveal and a blooper reel for this. I don't have a lot of bloopers, but I'll get some for you guys. As for the behind-the-scenes, well, you're in for a treat as I pull back the curtain and show you all the process that leads up to the videos you all know and love. I think. So let's just roll right into it. I'll be using Maplestory the novel as the example, but basically this is everything I do. First, I usually start by editing the chapter that is up next in the schedule. I do the best that I can by using a combination of my own knowledge and an editing program to help me out. Personally, I use Grammarly, mostly because the English language was something I've always struggled with, so it kinda helps me out there. Once that's done, I go back and see where I can break up the chapter in places that make sense, or at least try to make sense, so when it's all said and done, I can have a decent video. With that out of the way, I can begin making the scripts. This is where I usually try to look over the lines of each character and make sure that it doesn't sound too clunky or I didn't misspell something. As I extract the lines, I try to put in the directional notes here and there to help the VAs that I work with to hopefully portray what it is I'm after. So far, it seems to be working okay. Once those are done, I'll highlight the lines for each character so that everyone can find their lines quickly if they are short on time. However, if the overall cast becomes too big, I'll have to drop the color coordination because I don't want to confuse my VAs. I only have so many colors after all. With those done, I send them out and let the VAs take it from there. And usually within about a week and a half, they'll be delivering the lines back to me. While those are out, it's my turn. This is where I jump into the booth and record the narration and any characters that I am voicing for this particular part. In my own booth, I use an AT875R microphone with a Focusrite Scarlett 6i6 interface. I know I could have gone a cheaper route, but using a 6i6 allows me for upgrades and expansion later down the road, and for a recording program, I use Audacity. For the nerds out there, I use a 96,000 sample rate with a 24-bit depth. And for exporting, I have to bring it down to a 48,000 sample rate, but it still sounds awesome, and the people I've done voices for haven't said anything, so it appears I'm doing okay at the moment. While I'm recording, this is where I usually catch the mistakes in the narration that I missed during the editing process, and correct them so that the chapter and the videos will match in the long run. Then comes the exciting part. Editing. Yes, this riveting part is where I sit for an hour or two listening back to myself read through the entire narration script, and cut out the bloopers, outtakes, and just bad-sounding takes. With that finally done, I can begin putting together the audio proper, complete with music, sound effects, and other voices. As I do this, I try to imagine what the video scene will look like, leaving spaces here and there to give the effect I'm going for, and for scene transitions. Otherwise, I think you guys would be pretty bored. After another couple hours of editing, I give it one last listen through and make sure everything is timed right, nothing is too cramped, and all the audio levels are relatively balanced. With that done, I export! Now comes the part where I actually make the video. I personally use Vegas 16, and for the most part I can do just about everything I need to with that program. After putting the audio into the timeline, I then start adding backgrounds and characters to the scenes based on the audio. This is where the tricky part comes in. Kinda. Every pose of every character is comprised of a sprite sheet that I save as PNGs. Some of the time, it's easy enough to drag and drop them into the timeline and resize them. But other times, not so much. Sometimes I need a really custom sprite, so I'll open up my art program and make said sprite, saving it for later just in case I need it for something else. Around this time is when I also begin drawing a new mid-video character card, as I call it, or mid-roll. I think that's what it'd be called, just to break up the video and give it that anime feel. I used to do 2, but I can't draw that well that fast. Usually as I add things to the video timeline, I'll be adding effects to certain layers and making sure that any particular character or thing is on the right layer to have the desired effect. Also around this time is when I try to work on the next part's script or editing the next chapter to be ready for the next set of scripts. After a few days of work, and if I'm able to keep up my energy, the video is done. Sometimes to get the effect I'm after, I have to render the video twice so I can add more layers on screen. But once it's done, I'll watch it back through once just to make sure everything looks like it should. Sometimes during this stage I have to hope that it works, because the unrendered video effects don't always play out perfectly as I watch them. But once it looks good with all the credits intact, it's render time! Depending on how intense the effects are, it takes anywhere from 15 to 20 minutes to render. With that done, I upload it to YouTube, where all my shiny coins of the vault can take the 10 to 15 minutes to watch the fully formed video. And then, the process starts all over again. So that's kinda what goes on behind the scenes here on my channel, but I know why you're really here. You wanna see all the shenanigans you don't see on screen. Well, your patience is rewarded. Here they are, my coins of the vault, the bloopers.
That would make sense. Maybe scientists were...
So, you have chosen death.
That would make sense. Maybe scientists were...
Oh, I did not mean to do that.
That would make sense. Maybe the scientists were dis... Ow. I bit my tongue!
Oh boy. Nurse!
Join us and help the citizens of Kratos.
That needs to be turned down. That peaked like crazy.
Join me, and together we will destroy the Sith.
This is what this reminds me of.
That would make sense. Maybe the scientists... This is really good bread. Who made this?
That would be me.
You did? You're gonna have to give me your recipe. It's really good.
And here you stand, trying to find a way. You could still have chosen not to go down this path. But you were never fated to... Who swapped the wine for bourbon?
All the travels of Harold Jones, a carpenter by trade, blah blah blah, war, blah blah blah, drumstone, blah blah blah, great good or great evil. One side sends a gorgeous I don't think we can actually show this on stream.
He spotted a young shamaness standing among the crowd, surrounded by 3 guards and an attendant. Her golden brown eyes and fire red hair.
Hey, back up a little. If you get any closer, you'll rub off my makeup.
Her golden brown eyes and fire red hair.
Hello, you're too close again. I swear, where does Tatsu find these people? Now, there's no need to be so...
You okay?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm just not used to these sandals yet. Now, there's no need to be so modest. There's stories of you bringing Whoa! Can we make the skirt a couple inches shorter? I keep stepping on it.
Wardrobe!
Now, there's no need to be so modest. There's stories of...
Say what? Say what? Say what?
Do you love me? Or am I merely a device for... Dang. I'm...
Now, there's no need to be so modest. There are stories of you bringing someone back to full health from the brink of death. Yes! Nailed it!
What is this that I hear about you? Ah! What is this that I hear about you wanting to... Am I going lower, or... Oh, well, I guess I'm leaving now. Goodbye, Ariel.
Goodbye, Mother. See you in a bit.
What is this that I hear about you wanting to bring... Hello? Rigging guy? I'm supposed to be coming down, right?
Just a second, Goddess. The cables are jammed.
This is why I hate working with amateurs. Can someone toss me a water bottle?
Well, I hope you enjoyed this little tour, and keep on coming back for more. I'll see if I can get my VAs to send me more of their bloopers so that I can make you a 200 subscriber blooper reel. Be sure to hit that subscribe button to become a coin in the vault so you don't miss a thing. I stream every Sunday around 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, so you can come and see me live there and talk to me as well. So, until next time, my friends.
When your fires all die out, all you know just turns to ash, and your life goes slipping, spinning into doubt. Sunshine trapped inside your heart, cold and lost and in the dark. Looking back on all this, nobody was there. Nothing left to lose. Gotta find the you that's hidden deep, deep down, and light the fire in yourself. Never be afraid.